Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And yeah, the Hilltop's got a little bit of a head cold. So yeah, but we're still going to war. All right, so it's Italy's turn. We have $60 to spend. We are buying 5 medium bombers, because why not? Okay. Yeah, the fort is for just a reminder. All right, so you can see the Brits here are pushing hard at us. So we've got some non-coms going on there. We've only got 2 small combats today, so we're going to bring a tank and the cavalry into Uzbekistan. No money's changing hands or anything, but they're there now to cause some grief. But the other one that's a little bit more important, we got a couple of things going on over here. We've got the Italian subs are going to come out and do some convoying. So they're convoying the British and they're convoying the Americans there. But they're also going to grab these 4 transports and these 8 guys. We're going to come out and we're going to attack the Azores. And we're bringing all these destroyers with us, except for one. So they're here. They can go 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have one go into that British convoy zone. Not sure if it's going to have much of an effect this late in the game, but hey, anytime you can convoy, go for it. Convoying is fun. All right. So we're bringing these 8 guys. There are 4 artillery, and we're going to bring 4 infantry. All right. I should probably chip that out, but he's probably going to die here. All right. So on the Azores. Now, I have 8 units, and I have got 7 destroyers, and they bombard at a 1. So maybe we can do this. Oh, man. Sorry. Holding my camera the wrong way again. All right, so we've got 7 dice at 1 coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, here we go. 7 dice at 1. What do you say, guys? No, you're going to make us do this the hard way. Okay, so we got 4 men and 4 artillery. So it's 8 dice at 3. Yeah, there's the ones. All right, so we got it. And the British infantry, the lone Azorian, is going to take a shot at 4. And so close. All right. So again, no money changes hands. These are just kitschy little moves that we're trying. Just some fun. And so that is that. So we've got the convoy and the British convoy, the convoy and the American, and the convoy and the British. So they're both getting convoyed for a grand total of $5 each. Okay. All right. Now it's non-com time. You put him there. And non-com, we're on turn 8 right now, but it'll be turn 9. And you know what? Let's do you want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to put those guys there. The rest of this stuff is going to go back into Cairo. All going back into Cairo. Except for one brave mech who's going to stand a post here in Upper Egypt. And then to join them will be these 3 aircraft we purchased last turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and landing in Cairo is 5. Welcome up Cairo. We also have this non-combat move, which I had put off for like 5 turns. Well, no, 2 turns now, I guess, because I just got Spain. So we'll just chip that fella out. So we got 2 angry Italians in Spanish Morocco. All right, so pardon me. That is it for the moves for Italy, except for one more non-combat. Good thing I moved over here. This whole fleet is going to come over to Sea Zone 70. So there's a battleship. There are 3 cruisers. And 3 transports and destroyer. And they're going to bring over all these Italian units. There's a light tank, heavy artillery, bersaglieri, an airborne and a regular artillery are joining the 2 Japanese, and that is definitely going to be getting bulked up because of this that's going on. But I think there's a big cataclysm coming here, folks. It's got to happen. So, but that's down the road. That's down the road. We've got other fish to fry before then. So that's everything. So the Italians did not go up in any money. We went down a couple from last turn. So we lost Madras, we lost Bombay, and we lost Burma. So we went from 46 to 43, but we still get our 9 bonus. And so we're at 52 for next turn. And these bombers are all being placed in Roma. And they're going to have one job next turn. So, that should be interesting if they do it right. Okay, well, that's everything, folks, and we're now going to give you a quick rundown of what's been going on around the map. Oh, I forgot to declare this battle, so I'm not going to declare it now. That was dumb. Okay, well, nothing. That was just dumb. I messed that up bad. All right. Well, we'll just take these guys back to Cairo then, I guess. That's my bad. It's the Buckleys. Gets into your head. Excuse me. Oh, and one more non-com. We'll do that. He's not going to make it, but we'll do that. Maybe take him over on the transport next turn. All right. That is everything. Okay, so a little run around the map here. The British have come up here and are obviously going to be making landings up in Karelia, and Molotovs can hopefully, with some infantry, and they got the strength of their whole RAF fighter command up there. So they're hoping to make a real nuisance of themselves. I do have a bit of an answer to that, though, and I do have a lot of units ready to go. I've got about 12 units, 12 units in Leningrad right now, but they're all kind of lightweights. But I do have some heavier hitters here ready to respond. But both Moscow and Leningrad are under the gun, right? I'm under no illusions how quickly these transports can move things around. And so if they land in Molotovsk, that would be right next door to Moscow. So you're going to see some partisans popping up here at the end of next round, but they will not have any bearing on the game except to lower my income a bit. But there are a lot of guys here that are going to be heading north to bulk up Leningrad, because that's likely where the main thrust is going to come. So, I have a decision. Do I want to take all of these? I've got 10 tacticals and 2 veteran fighters and go up here and attack all of these boats, and that would stop the 6 infantry. There's 5 infantry and 1 commando from taking part in any sort of battle up here. Or do I want them more on defense? And I think I want them more on defense. I don't think those 6 are going to turn the tide. And again, this, I could attack that, and I might even win. But I'd probably lose a lot of aircraft doing it. I might attack it. We'll see. The neat thing about this game, we're playing till round 10. So, I can kind of budget for where I need stuff and when I need stuff. That's why I can build these and know that they will be useful in the game. There are other times when you don't know when the game's going to end that you can't really budget. So over here, the KMT are starting to reclaim their territory as the Japanese head back to defend their victory cities of Shanghai and Hong Kong. And so they're bulking up. They were down to 2 empty territories with no money in them a couple turns ago, but have since moved out to get some money. But that took all the pressure off Singapore from a ground-based attack, which allowed me to bulk these guys up and not worry too much about Singapore for the time being anyway. All right, well, that is where we're at. Oh, I guess I got to show you these pretty bombers over here. Yeah, the big B-29s are getting ready to come over and wreak some havoc. And yeah, again, the cataclysm that may or may not happen next turn, it will be entertaining either way. Hopefully I'm not sick when it happens. All right. Oh yes, and the Soviets are moving their guys around up here. They've got guys in all these territories now. They've taken them back. I just need to chip that, or put a man where the chip is. So the Soviets are also trying to pressure, but I think they're a bit of a day late and a dollar short. They can't affect this battle, so there's just not enough time left. They've got a chance to move 6 spaces, and that's if I don't block anything, which obviously I will. So hopefully the KMT and the USSR are not going to figure in on these, and then it's just up to the Americans and to a lesser extent the Anzac, see if they can take care of things. But the Anzac no longer have transports. They built some last turn, which means they can move and possibly put a threat on Singapore, but not likely at this point. I hope not anyway. Of course, I could be missing something. But again, the most feared unit on the board is the Canadian transport. If you've been watching, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. That's the end of turn 8. We have 2 left, 2 turns left to decide the fate of the world. And Cairo, that'll be a battle. Okay, so here we go. This is the kinder, gentler Germany you've been hearing about, and we'll just see what happens. So here are the builds for the Axis Miners, tank 2 mechs. The Germans are building 2 fortifications, and then 1 infantry, who's going to be going into Leningrad in the military base we built last turn. So Leningrad, fortification and a man. Moscow gets a fortification, 2 tanks and a tactical. And then the 4 fighters will be going into 3 into Stettin and 1 into Western Germany. So pretty simple. The only combat we have here, that's why it's a kinder, gentler Germany, is the sub going 1, 2, 3 up into this British convoy zone box. So that'll just nibble away at their income a little bit. And there's no destroyers in range, so the British and the Americans are going to be feeling the financial pinch here. But we're also going to then non-com the fleet out here to join the Italians. So we have a coastal battleship, 2 destroyers, a cruiser. This guy can't go with him, but the transport is going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to pick up 1 man, which I should have chipped out, but these guys are moving out, so we'll move them into there for a non-combat. And the tank. So they're going to be in the Azores as well. All right. The tactical is going to go 1, 2. He can go 5. So, sorry, folks. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to Western Germany. I'll lay him down because I know that he is done. And then we have the rest of this stuff. It's all going to head out this way. I'll get to them in a second. Here is my Leningrad army right now. It's got 3 mechs, 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 4 artillery, 2 infantry, and 1 Fallschirmjäger. Well, all this stuff is going to be going in. So that's a medium tank. There's 5 more mechs, 2 artillery, 1 more mech, and then we're going to bring in 7 Panzer IVs and a King Tiger. Now, King Tigers don't blitz, but he can go through his own territory and move too. He's going to do that. And the heavy artillery is going to move into Moscow. The 3 tanks, I've got those arrows pointed the wrong way, but these 3 medium tanks are going to move up into Moscow. The fighter is going to move into Moscow. The tactical is going to move into Moscow. Actually, tactical doesn't need to move. Does the fighter? Fighter's here. 1, 2. Actually, the fighter does not need to move either. We'll just leave him there. He's in range. The man is going to leave Kiev, go into Oral-Kursk. This man is going to stay in Bessarabia. All right. Now, all this stuff is going to go into Pskov. So there's 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 3 mechs. Mech here. So 3 mechs. 1 artillery, 2 artillery, and then a medium tank coming into there. And I think that's actually, I had some other non-coms, but we're going to be having a few partisans spring up here. So this guy in the Crimea, he's going to come up to Kiev. Stop that one. This man is going to walk into Western Ukraine. And the Panzer Grenadier here is going to go into Smolensk. So this is a Panzer Grenadier. I just got to chip him out. So I believe... And yes, he's not going to get in the fight. All right, now the air power here is going to head over. They can go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're going to land in Moscow. Everybody goes. So that's going to end up being 10 tacticals. I think it's 10, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. But we're also building one here, so that will be 11 tacticals in Moscow. "11 tacticals in Moscow, 2 veteran fighters in Moscow." And then we still have 1 there. The Fallschirmjäger in Berlin, he's going to go and lend a hand in Leningrad. He can go 6. He's in Berlin. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he can land there, of course, because it's our territory. So I just have to chip out a Fallschirmjäger here. And we do have, I think, just 1, 2. We have 2 partisans possibly popping up, but I don't want a partisan that close to there. We're going to move him up there. So 1 partisan, 2 partisan, 3 partisan can pop up at the end of the Soviet turn. All right. So that is all the moves that are being made at this time. And we will just pause it here, put our stuff on, and get our money. Okay, so I added my 2 tanks here, along with a fortification and the 1 tactical. So there are 11 tacticals in Moscow, 2 veteran fighters. In Leningrad, I added a man, and then I added a fortification as well. So that's what's in Leningrad. And I didn't chip that out. I forgot. And these are 3 fighters that I built for Stettin and the 1 fighter that I built for Western Germany. I really like these shorter ones, like the different heights. You can get these at HBG, right? These are really short fighter ones. I really like them. Because they're just easy to move around. They're just nice and short. Moved out Madrid out to there, but I think we saw that already. Okay, so Germany again ends on 87. And we are actually 86. We have 86. And this is, that's our combat. So on to Japan now, folks. Oh, this is going to take a little time to figure out. All right, folks. So here we go with the Japanese turn 9. And this is going to be the round, folks, where a lot of things get sorted. So I am building 3 fighters, a fortification, and I've got 7 infantry here, 2 SNLF, and 2 airborne, and then the free Siamese guy. That's all my money. So no attacks, 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 big attack. Yeah, we have got to hit this American fleet. It's sitting right here. Now he's got a radar tower and he's got scramble, so that bumps his fighters up. This has the opportunity to be a very interesting round. The strength he has is he's got 9 destroyers. And so those 9 destroyers, if they get hot, he's got numbers on me, right? He's got numbers on me. I've got some heavier hitters though. I've got 8 at 6 and 8 at 7. Our 8s cancel each other out. So I've got 16 at 6 and 7. He's got 6 at 6 and 7. So if the higher dice do well, I'll be all right. If they don't, and his lower dice do well, and I don't have many lower dice, I've only got 4 at 4, and he has 15 at 4. So, or sorry, 12. So I'm counting the 2 hits for them, but 12 at 4. So he's got triple what I've got here. So this is definitely going to be an interesting round. Now, let's just get everything organized here. And I am going to take his, we've talked about these naval battles quite a bit. He likes to get rid of these because he doesn't need them here, right? He simply doesn't need the carriers here anymore because he's got landing spots in the Soviet Union. So the carriers, this is going to be the first 6 hits. After that, my subs will probably be gone. Then I'll start chipping away at those. With the battleships, he said, whenever you think you would take them, take them. So that's where we're at right now. All right. I got my escort carriers here. They can only shoot at planes, and his carriers can only hit planes. So if these 4s get hot, that's going to start taking out my stuff. All right, so I've got 3 subs, but he's got a bajillion destroyers, so there will be no sneak attacks. All right, so my escort carriers are going to start the party off. Yeah, no dice. And then I've got 4 at 4. 4 at 4. So we got 2 hits. So I'm going to use this die here, if I can find the 2. All right, so 2 hits. Now I've got 8 at 6. 8 at 6. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a very good number. So that takes us up to an 8. And now I've got 8 at 7. I've got 4 veterans and I've got 4 with target select. So the pinks are going to be the naval torpedo dive bomber guys. So if they get hits on 1, I can target select. Okay. Oh, and I did get a 1. But these are at 7s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more hits. I'm going to apply this one right now. So this is just going to go up 4. So up to a 12. And that 1 hit is going to be on the cruiser. We're going to take that down. Okay. Okay, and then I've just got the 2 at 8. The 2 at 8 with the big battleships. And as Japanese battleships did during the war, they oofed it. All right. So now we've got his response. This is probably going to hurt. We got 4 at 1. Okay. But now we've got 12. This is 8 and 12. So we've got 12 at 4. Oh, I got to keep 4 of them back though, because actually we'll just say that the pink ones are the carriers, but then I only have 11, I think. All right, well, we'll just roll them out. So the pinks are the carriers. This is at 4s. So the carriers didn't get any hits. You got 1, 2, 3 hits, but I think this is only 11 dice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I'm going to roll 1 more. This is destroyer. Okay, so he got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I thought there was 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 hits. Okay, so we'll grab this die and put it up here. He's got 1 at 5. It's a miss. He's got 2 at 6. That's a hit, so that's going to move that up. Oop, not that one. It's going to move that up to 4. And now he's got 4 at 7. These are his fighters that scrambled from the Philippines. 1, 2, 3 hits for them. That's up to 7. And then his 2 battleships. Let's see if they close the range any better than mine. Yeah, they sure did. All right, so he got 9 on me. All right, so we're going to do his first. So this is the 13th hit. Okay, so that's gone. And then we got 2, 4, 6. And then we've got 6 more. So that would be 6 destroyers. Okay. But he got 9 on me. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to keep my planes. 7, 8, 9. Okay. Ouch. Here we go. Oy vey. All right. Okay, well, I'm down to nothing but heavy hitters now. I got 5 at 6. 5 at 6. I only got 2 that time, so we'll put this at a 2. Now we've got our... So the pink ones are the target selects again. That's going to be a 10. So these are at 7. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 hits that time. So we're down to 5. And let's see if these Japanese battleships got their radar working. Well, one of them did. All right, so only 6 hits that time. Only 6 hits. Okay. So he's coming back with, there's transports, 4 at 1. Okay. And he's got 3 destroyers left at 4. So 1 hit. I'll put this up here. All right, 1 at 5. That's 2 hits. 1 at 6. It's a miss. 4 at 7. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's 4 hits. So that's up to 6 hits now. Ouch. And then 2 battleships. 1, 2. His battleships are better than my battleships. So he got me for 8. So he out hit me that time. 6 though, that'll be 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna guess 4, 5, 6. I believe that's what he would do in my situation. Because he can keep more ships shooting this way. All right, so his destroyers are gone. I've lost 8, so that'll be those 5. And, well, he's only got the 2 boats left, so I'm going to take off those 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need 3 off. So that's, ouch, 8 planes. I don't know if you've been watching the game real closely, but I have lost bushels of Japanese planes. But can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So now we're down to it, folks. We are down to it. So we have 5 at 7, but one of them is the target select at 1. So we got 1, 2. Okay, well, this is not a good time for the dice to get cold. Now I'm really not sure what he would do. So we're going to lose a plane. Oh, we're not going to lose it yet, but I don't have to choose them yet, I guess. All right, we need 2 hits here. Come on, battleships. Okay, finally 2 hits. All right, so we got a grand total of 4 hits. So definitely one. Honestly, I don't know what to do here. Well, he doesn't need the battleships to make the... But I am going to be scrambling to his attack if he comes to Shanghai. So... Oh, man. I'm going to save you a battleship. I got to save you 2. I have to, because if you come into Shanghai, I'm going to scramble. Or to Tokyo, I'm going to be scrambling. And so you're going to need cover. And you won't have cover in Shanghai, but you will up there, because you still got those boats. 4 hits. I'm going to do what I think you need to do to protect from the scramble, because if I kill this, then the transports just get auto killed, and then your invasion is over. So that's the 4 hits there. And you got uh-oh. Don't take them off yet. Or do I? 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot, folks. I have totally lost track of what's going on here. Okay, so we got 4 hits here. One like that, and like that. All right, well, you're going to have to shoot back, I guess. We're going to get you to shoot back here. So here's your transports. I'm getting closer to that one. I'm flirting with death here. We got 3 at 6. 1 hit. And then you've got the 4 at 7. Only 1 hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to damage a battleship down to 6. And I really think this is what you need to do. But now that I've got this stuff here, man, I don't know what to do. You gotta protect your transports, though. You have to. So I gotta take those. All right. 1 hit out of there. All right, so now I've got 1 at 6. It's a hit. That's 1 hit. Then I've got the 5 at 7. Thinks the target select. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So 1, 2. So that's 3, and then a transport is 4 hits. That's 5 total. And then the battleship. Let's get this to a 5. And the battleship is at an 8 with another hit. So that's 6. 6 hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think that's probably it. We have 4 at 1. Hey, you finally got one there. And we're going to have you damage the battleship. And then you have 2 at 6. Oh, and 1 at 7 with a hit. Okay, so we'll kill our tactical. Goes away, and that's it for... Well, you've got 1 guy left. You got 1 guy left here. So we will roll it out. So 2 at 6. All right, and then you get a shot back at a 1. Oh, you got a lot of 2s with your transports. All right, so this is what it looks like at the end then, is there are 2 Japanese wounded battleships there. We're going to land... Actually, these had a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to land in Tokyo. And that is it. So I got some good rolls in that first and second round. Did really well. I got about 20 hits or so. That was really, really telling. So there's no other attacks. I'm just going to pause it here and we'll get back in a minute.